Morning. How y'all doing? Today's the day. Big human, ready for school? You ready? You ready? You ready? This little brain's a bit baked at the moment. Where's the tiny human? Well, that one's really excited for school. So I get to take my humans. I love my humans, what about me? Where's the tiny one? Oh god!
Minecraft.
Tiny human. Minecraft? Jesus Christ, is that what you go on about? Minecraft? Minecraft?
Minecraft.
Minecraft? Minecraft? Minecraft.
Minecraft.
Terry.
Minecraft.
Ready for school?
Fun.
Ready for school?
Minecraft.
Okay.
Yes.
He is though. I'm a banyo.
I'm actually ready for school. I just checked saying Minecraft.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
You ready for school?
Nah, you can't go to school.
He want to go to school.
He wants to.
Yeah. Come on, humans.
Me and William thought if we did go to school, we were imagining if we did. And it's glitched.
So I want to go to school. At least I want to take you to school, my human. Human, I'm excited. Look.
Is it focus?
Let me take you to school. Okay, we'll take him to school. It's good to be back in routine. Smooth. Kids were psyched this morning. Not for school. Smash Brothers announcement. Terry Bogart's going to be in Smash Brothers Ultimate. I might have to re-download the game to play as Terry in November when he drops, but it's a good trailer. Anyway, kids were psyched. Got them in, but I really hope they have good days. Got them in smooth as can be. The roads are still dug up, but there were there was a police presence there to make sure that no one parked in stupid places and things like that, so everyone was safe going in. And Theo couldn't really see his line, but he went in when he saw his years go in. William, bless him, couldn't even remember what his teacher's name was, and so I started getting like really nervous because I don't know, I can't help him find his line because I don't know his teacher's name. Like Inky told me this morning, and I just forgot. The better parent to have took him into the school this morning would have been Inky, but I was about to see him off, and I forgot, and he walked into the building, and I saw him beeline for the toilet. I mean, it was loud. There was like loads of kids in the corridors and stuff, so he could have just been trying to avoid the other students and stuff. But I started to get really nervous in that, and I saw him. And he came back out, and I saw him, and I gave him a quick hug. And I said, "You're gonna be all right, dude. Like, do you know where you got to go?" And he said, "I'll show you." I was like, "Oh, so you know where your classroom is?" And he walked up to where his old classroom was. He goes, "It's this one," and it was the one next door to his old classroom. I was like, "Excellent." And this lady said, "Yeah, William's in this class. Nothing to worry about. He'll be fine." And his teacher came out and said hi and all that, and then she shooed me out of the building. I really hope the boys have good days. I really hope they have good days because, good kids. No kid really wants to be in school. I'm probably more nervous than they. But I really hope they have good days. Time to get the boys from school. How was school?
Great.
Was it?
Was it great?
Okay. What about you? How was it?
Awesome.
Okay. Sure?
Yeah.
Well, sure. Guess what? I play less.
Have you got full camera battery this time?
Yeah, why?
Because this morning the camera was nearly dead.
Oh yeah, it was. I put the battery on charge. I put it on charge. Nick my coke. Toe rags.
I think I forgot something.
They did have a good day. By the way, don't panic. I'm not on the toilet. I mean, I am on the toilet. I'm just not on the toilet. Reasonable light, I think. And Inky Blesser has dozed off. We just had a romantic meal for two. Romantic meal for two. So I just locked in the fridge. But no, the boys have told me they had good days. They were excited when they came out. You know, we had a little natter on the way home. Big man practically ran himself home. And you know, it was cool. They got to see their friends. They were chatting away to people. I want them to, when they go to school, I don't want them to see school as something just that they don't want to do, that they have to do. I want them to, you want to know what I want them to get out of school? You know, maybe some connections or some friendships or whatever. I mean, like, I've kept a handful of the friendships that I've ever had since high school, and mine only came around sixth form time, like DeWalt and Chalky, and I met Scribs and Ramen there from college and stuff, and Ulath from college and that. But I want them to learn how to learn. I want them to learn how to teach themselves, how to absorb their own things. You know, because going to school, they're only going to learn specific tiny chunks of little things required to get them through, you know, XYZ exam to make a school look good. I want them to go, well, we're not being taught this subject, but I know where I can find information about a certain subject, and I want them to be able to research and prove and disprove various things until they kind of nail down the thing that it is that they want to learn about. I want them to learn things. I want them to learn things that they enjoy. I want them to figure out how to do it for themselves, so that other people don't have to teach them, so that they don't have to, you know, go through school being miserable, thinking that the whole point of learning is just school, because life is a learning process. You know, you can learn whatever you want. I want them to learn how to do that. I want to teach them how to do that. Yeah, as I say, they seem psyched. They seem psyched. I don't want them to waste their time at school, but I don't want them to think it's a complete grind in the process. You know. So, first day back, yeah, pretty positive. Pretty positive. They don't seem particularly bothered about going in tomorrow. As I say, you know, this morning they were super psyched about the Smash Brothers Ultimate announcement that Terry Bogard's going to be in it. And that's pretty much a conversation that I've had. Like, oh yeah, why do they do this? Why is that happening? And stuff like that. And just general natter and hanging out. And I streamed Astral Chain for, because obviously the boys are at school, I got to sit down and have a proper session in game. Played for about 7 hours today. And I finally found a chapter that I'm not particularly fond of. There were some forced stealth elements in there which weren't as hard as I made them out to be, because I was just doing them completely wrong. And you didn't have to do them stealthily, but the game was clearly geared up for you to do them stealthily. But I could have just tied them up with the Astral Chain rather than waiting for like the takedown notice or whatever, like staffing up to them and having the takedown notice come up. If you'd have done it manually, because there's like, if you hit the takedown button, it does it for you. If you do it manually, wrapping them up with the chain, you can stun multiple enemies at once. The stealth elements weren't that bad. I could have literally done them in minutes, but I just dilly-dallied on them a bit, and that took me into this other mission that was so long. And it just felt so dislocated from everything else, because we were in like these slums. And they were not hard to navigate, but they were kind of awkward, and trying to find missions were a bit awkward, and or it felt awkward. It wasn't really. There were some really cool parts of those sections, but it took a while to get to them. I think the last, because I did 2 streams today, one in the evening, one in the through the day. I think the last mission I did took about 3.5, maybe 4 hours, and half an hour of that was just reading text on the screen. Because Platinum have this wonderful thing of doing the whole, they tell you, they don't show you, which is fine. But it was a huge mission, massive mission. Most times when you do a mission, I say, oh yeah, you've done like 3 bits or 4 bits, you know. This one was 9 chunks, and I gave us over 20,000 credits as a reward for doing it. It was alright, balanced out okay. But I am kind of psyched to see how this one goes, see how it ends. I hope they don't pull a Nier Automata on me. What's that? Good days in school? Good stream day? I'm tired. I feel a bit sick. I shouldn't be eating the food that I did. I've been feeling awful today. And Nikki's feeling a bit... She's in work all day tomorrow, so it's not really going to be a whole hell of a lot going on tomorrow. She's got 2 days of 2 till 10s for her calls. And, she's feeling a bit old like I was yesterday. Because she had one of them illnesses, she's arthritic. And she's feeling a bit old before her time. It's the trouble when you have illnesses that accelerate certain problems. You're like, oh, I'm only in my 30s, but I've got the body of a 50-year-old or whatever. Sometimes it just really crushes me. But she's done some really good stuff. Sometimes she's losing the feeling in her hand, so she can't draw very well. And so I know exactly how she feels, bless her. But she's now passed out after eating and watching Mob Psycho 100, and I'm gonna go snuggle up with her. So I hope you're well. I'll see you all with a bit of luck tomorrow. Hope you all are having a reasonable time in school too, if you have any that are in school.